After a blissful few days off-grid on Tahiti Iti, it was time to return back to the mainland. We crept our way up the southwest side of the island, finishing up the last leg of our Tahiti road trip. The first stop on this leg of the itinerary is actually a stop I didn't even make at all. While getting the GPS links for this video, I found this awesome water garden. Looking at the luscious greenery and serene ponds on TripAdvisor, I have major FOMO. Sometimes last-minute planning means you miss really cool spots, so make sure you don't miss this one too. The next stop is one that you can actually see several miles along this stretch of coastline. There are two tiny tree-lined islets just offshore that make for a stunning view as you sunbathe on the beach of the mainland. Known as Motus, these islands are essentially small enclaves for broken coral and sand to create small land masses. A few miles up the coast lies a truly dreamy coconut farm with neatly manicured rows of coconut palms. The entrance is a small and easy to miss driveway off the main road, so make sure to always check the GPS coordinates linked in my blog down below. This space is so spectacular. The palms sway gently in the salty ocean breeze, their shadows dancing across the impeccable lawn. A small river flanks the property, where cool water from Tahiti's Jurassic mountainous interior meanders towards the sea. It's also really popular with local windsurfers. The area gets pretty windy given the small peninsulas stretch out into the sea. It was fun to watch them catch some impressive winds, gliding through the choppy water with ease. Although that meant I did have to keep my drone pretty tight during these shots, as I doubted it would be as graceful in the water as those windsurfers. We stopped for some lunch at Hua Nui. Known for its fresh seafood and delightful tuna, this spot has some delicious options served in gigantic portions. Along with open-air seating throughout, it has an adorable gazebo overlooking the ocean with the Motus and Tahiti Iti off in the distance. This park and stretch of beach is a nice break from the road. You'll catch a lot of locals grilling, playing basketball, and surfing here. Of course, I had to get in some street pole on the little outdoor gym. The river flanking the park is quite large. It brings cool, fresh water from the mountains, making for a refreshing dip. When we went, there were a pair of adorable pups who thought so as well.
Hi! Ah, don't nip at me! I'm not nipping. Look. What are you guys doing, huh? Wrestling right so everyone can see.
Yep.
Yeah. Gotta show off, huh? Yeah. Oh, and now you got pee, huh? Yeah.
The river eats into the reef and allows the Pacific's violent surf, attracting tons of surfers.
Oh, much more waves here.
Typical of many Tahitian beaches, this stretch of coastline has black, rocky sand. It's mixed with particles of coral and volcanic sediment that accumulate thanks to the nice break in the lagoon. As the road starts to reorient north, there's a unique stop at a park featuring stunning caves and lush vegetation. There are no entrance or parking fees. Local vendors set up a little shop selling jewelry, woodworking, and other souvenirs. There's actually 3 grottos along a small walking path, only about 1/3 of a mile of level concrete trail. There's a lot of roosters. They're talking shit to each other. The smallest has dense floating water lilies and vines framing the surreal natural scene. The middle-sized grotto also features some impressive foliage falling gently from the tree branches above. The largest cave is about 260 feet deep and about 100 feet wide, with mineral-rich blue-gray water that makes for a refreshing swim after a long day in the sun, or scaling a mountain. Yep, you heard me right. There's actually a crazy hike up into the peaks piercing the tropical skies. It's unmarked, tucked away in the jungle with only a single sad rope to flag its existence. There is definitely some significant elevation gain as you rise out of the dense jungle. Still, if you dare try this pretty intense hike, you'll definitely be rewarded with outstanding views of the lagoon below.
And don't go too far. Ah!
While there's actually a loop that you can do, we went back the same way we came, sliding my happy ass all the way down until I was able to jump into the cool waters of the grotto below. If you wanted some more adventure after sliding down a mountainside, there's actually a jet ski rental across the street. While we kept missing its opening hours, I think it would definitely make this stop even better. Imagine combining the caves with the hike and then just top it all off with some jet ski madness. After you've worked up an appetite, stop at this family-owned restaurant for a bite. The vibe is super romantic in the adorable patio, and they have some great drink specials. Maraes are essentially open-air temples crucial to indigenous Polynesian religious practices. There are a number still in decent condition across Tahiti, but this one found near PK19 definitely has some of the largest above-ground structures still visible to visitors today. It features not one, but 3 structures meant for religious ceremonies. We stopped by at golden hour, enjoying the setting sun in the distance as we walked around the ancient grounds. This is a cute little park with plenty of parking and beach access. It features neatly manicured landscaping and is quite popular with the locals. While the beach is a bit rockier compared to PK18 just a little bit further north, many say the water is clearer, making for better snorkeling. PK18 is a white sand beach set in a shallow lagoon. The soft sand makes it easy to stroll along the beach for quite a long distance, taking in the views of Moria across the sea. These vistas make for some excellent thirst traps, honey.
Just hanging out, strolling along, I think it's what, PK18, having a beer. Beach is pretty nice. It does have a lot of these kind of rocks, but pretty shallow all the way through. Beautiful views of Moria in the background. So all in all, pretty good afternoon in Tahiti.
The shallow, clear water is excellent for snorkeling. Vibrant fish species swim in massive schools around colorful coral just feet from the sand. For several afternoons in a row, the most entertaining dog, accompanied by a group of local kids, stalked fish around the coral for hours while his humans bodyboarded in the gentle waves. I love this dog so much. I want him. Look at it. Yeah, that kid is mad. I would definitely recommend staying in this area. There's tons of adorable Airbnbs all along the shoreline.
That's a cute little house.
It is.
Oh, there's doggy rivals over there.
We stayed here for several nights and thoroughly enjoyed the beachfront access of our Airbnb.
Little penis. Tea.
Hours went by as we snorkeled and strolled the lagoon, stopping to check out coral and watch the sunset. Later, we snuck out in the dead of night to catch impressive views of the Milky Way, listening to the storm petrels wail like velociraptors as they came flying in to feed their hungry chicks in their nests. Even if you just have a few hours, this beach is still definitely worth a stop. The day use area is currently going through some major overhaul, but there's still plenty of free parking, showers to rinse off, and bathrooms. After a few days at PK-18, we headed back to the airport for our flight back to Los Angeles. Word to the wise, rent a car in Tahiti. The road trip around the island is so much fun, and it offers tons of free activities that really make it a magical experience. So make sure you tune in to get all the deets on traveling to this unforgettable island. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!